When life calls on you to be every woman and your relationship is called into question, it might be comforting to know, if she were you, what would she do?
Hi, I'm your host Saran, and this is What Would She Do? Today I have with me my lovely co-host making a return since our October debut here, Miss Camille DeVoe. This is gonna be a fun show, you guys. Today we're talking about dating, and the title is Date 'em or Hate 'em. What you think about that?
We date them and hate them.
Yeah, we do. We try not to, but try not to hate you anyway. But sometimes y'all take us there.
Yeah, girls gotta eat. They gotta go on dates.
You gotta eat.
Gotta go on dates.
Okay, so the first segment is gonna be I would never.
She would never. I might. Depending on the circumstances.
Well, what do you think about that? Because, you know, there's a lot of obvious things that come to mind, but what do you think?
I would never. This is on a date.
Yeah, I would never. Well, no, because I ask people in a relationship. So in a relationship, you would never
Cheat? Okay, that didn't sound convincing. I don't cheat, but I was like,
Yeah.
everything is negotiable.
Oh, okay.
Almost everything.
Okay, so I have a I would never. I would never participate in a threesome.
Me either.
Is that why your voice went way up?
Me either. No, I don't think I would. I don't like the whole I share, but that's not what I share.
All right, so I want you guys to see what the people had to say on the street about I would never. We're gonna take a look at that, come right back and talk about it.
Ollie on the beat. Yep.
Okay.
All right, in a relationship, I would never allow.
Tossing my salad.
Sex on the first date.
Down talking or downgrading, any of that.
A lot of touching.
Alrighty then. I would never date a
Thug.
Man.
Polygamous? I don't know.
Mama's boy.
Best friend's girlfriend.
It didn't take me long to say that one, did it? You know what I'm saying? I don't care what she looks like upstairs. No. You know?
In a relationship, I would never
Cheat.
Cheat.
Smack him.
Toss their salad.
All right, so we've just checked out the I would never segment. What did you think about that?
The cheating, of course, I expected that. Then
Well, I thought it was kind of funny for the straight guys to say, I would never date a man. Like, you know, okay.
they're dating a man. Oh no, I would never. A man.
Right. The next segment is going to be the best. So, you know, I just wanted to know, like, the best of, like, when you're single and dating, you always want to make an impression.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of us do. And not that you're not being yourself, but you,
Right.
you want to put your best face for it when you're
Right.
meeting and getting to know somebody. So, what's the best date that you've ever gone on?
The best date for me was, I think the guy was more creative.
Okay, what do you do?
Like, he cooked, but
For a first date?
not. Can I finish?
Oh, I'm sorry.
He cooked, but it wasn't like at his house. He cooked and then we went somewhere. It was kind of like a picnic, but not.
What did he make?
He cooked.
I need to know what you cooked and put in the basket. I mean,
I didn't say it was in the basket. I just said he cooked
well,
and set it up.
picnic.
Okay. No, it wasn't picnic food. So he cooked and he made it like a place setting out in the open for me to feel comfortable. I don't really know you, but
Okay.
you know, I thought that was creative. Kind of sexy, kind of romantic.
Okay.
Kind of sexy.
So we're gonna take it to the street and see what their best date experiences were, and you know, see if we can learn a little bit from that. Take a look at this, guys, and we'll be right back.
Ollie on the beat. Yep.
All right. So, what do you think might be the best place to meet a guy or a girl?
I don't know, the mall.
Nowadays, it's on the internet.
Most people meet at school.
I still think it's out in the nightclub somewhere.
Club, all that stuff is kind of forced.
At the mall.
Church.
Like people that invite you over to their house.
All right, the best place to go on a first date.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him try that again. Okay.
Probably for coffee.
Movies.
To the movies.
Movies.
How about the best way to end a date?
The best way to end like a first date is just to ensure that you could get a second date.
It depends on the circumstances, how it's going, the flow of it.
By saying, well, it's getting late. I'm going to call it a night.
A hug.
Easy hug.
Sometimes it can be a kiss.
Kiss on the cheek.
Best way to let someone know that you're interested.
By saying, here got my number right here. You need to use it.
By showing it.
Tell them.
Write a note. Put on the box, if you like me, mark no, yes, and if you don't like me, mark no.
What's the best way to let someone know that you're not interested?
Not talk to them, not respond back to their text, calls, nothing.
Just delete a number. It's not
Okay, so we're back. So we just heard a few of the best ofs from our street interviews. So the first question was, what's the best place to meet a guy or girl? From the young people, they said the mall. The older people said, like in a social setting, like if a friend invites you out. What do you think about that?
I think not. The church, I don't know about the church. I mean,
No?
it's a good concept.
I
You
think
want to go to church
Yeah.
to meet, okay, I don't want to go to church to meet anybody. I want to meet somebody that has
But
church
if you met
values.
him at church, he seemingly would be, a good guy, maybe, no? Okay, not so much. Okay, so best first date. We heard from one guy, and I have to give a special shout out to Tony, who said the best first date is McDonald's. Ladies, I don't know how y'all feeling about that, but I don't even eat McDonald's, first of all. So
Thank you.
What do you think about that? Because he was very adamant about the McDonald's.
I think that would be a no-show date at McDonald's.
Well, what if you didn't know, and that's where you ended up for dinner?
I'll be right back, sir.
No, he would have to know point blank and the period. Absolutely
No,
not. Okay.
no.
All right. So, what do you think is the best way to let a guy know that you're interested?
I think for women, like subtle flirting. I don't think women should come out and actually say it. Because the one guy said he would come out and tell the person.
Well, I think that works because I'm not really good with the subliminal. Like when guys, I don't know, I don't catch hints that well. So like if you like me, I would like for you to say it because, I don't catch it right away.
Yeah, but would you tell a guy, if you liked him, you didn't know if he was feeling you, you're going to say what?
I'm not going to say anything.
That's what women know. Men, yes.
Right. I don't know. I don't know if I've not said, hey, I don't know.
Like you.
Yeah, no.
No.
Like, how you doing? No, I never did one of those. Yeah, but I'm really old-fashioned, too. I think guys should be the ones who, pursue. Well, how do you let them know you're not interested? Well, we heard don't call back, don't answer the phone. How do you let them know?
I mean, you kind of just say, hey, let's be friends.
Some guys don't take the hint though, so I don't know. That's kind of like when I think sometimes people take truth for mean, and we're not trying to be mean. We're just being honest. This is for guys and girls, equal.
Right.
All right. So now that we have the best ofs, let's check out the how soon segment. See how soon is too soon. What do you think about that?
I think that's going to be a good segment.
All right, check it out, you guys.
It's Ali on the beat. Yo.
How soon should you call after you get the number?
2 days.
2 days.
Oh, you better use that right away.
I mean, if you wait too long, out of mind, out of sight.
I do it right after I get the number.
Right then and there, you can see if the number fake or not.
Okay. How soon after you meet is it okay to have sex?
A month.
It all depends.
If you're feeling each other, just do it.
4 months?
This is not okay until you're married.
How soon do you say I love you?
A long time.
I don't think there's really a time for that. You just say it when you mean it.
Maybe a week. After a week.
3 months or so.
All right, so now we know how soon is too soon. Or do we? Because,
Not by that, I don't.
okay, all right. So The first question was, how soon should you call after you get the number? And this, this is really good for guys and girls, because I know sometimes women, we kind of like play a game, like we get the number, we don't want to seem too forward or, give the wrong impression. How soon is too soon to call? How soon should you call once you get the number?
I would give them my number and not get their number. Okay. That way, if they don't call, they're not interested, I'm done. There's no excuse like, oh, you didn't call me, right?
There was a girl who said that she calls like right on the spot to make sure it's the right number.
So it's not a fake number, right?
That has never happened before.
I'm not doing that.
Why? I'm expecting that it would be the right number. I've called the guy first though.
And what happened?
We went out. Like, I didn't ask him out, but
right.
I got the number because he gave it to me, and I called. But I was really like on the fence, like, should I call right away? Should I wait a day? How long is too long? So, hearing some people say a week. Now, I think if you wait a week,
I think that's too long.
He's forgotten about you, ladies, and vice versa for men. Like, she's gonna be like, who? So I think sooner than later, especially if you really want to get to know somebody. How soon should you wait to have sex after you meet someone?
I think it depends on the person. Definitely not on the first night.
Well, we did have some guys who said there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's 2013, but there's some women who feel the same. Like, we're adults. I'm not advocating either way here. But if you are a person who wants to give it up on the first, okay, no.
The guys will always say that. Guys will go out with the women who they don't like to get some sex on the first date. So I'm not listening to any guys like, no, I'm not going to think differently of you. Yes, you are.
Right.
After it oozes out, you're going to feel differently and think differently. So no.
Right.
It depends on the situation, but not the first date.
Right. Definitely
not the second date.
So how long should you wait? Steve Harvey put it out there that they're waiting like 90 days, and a lot of women are with the 90-day rule. All right, so how soon should you be saying I love you to someone?
Oh, I'm not saying that first. That's a setup.
Really?
Oh, absolutely not.
Wow.
That's a setup.
Okay. There was the girl who said a week, that she would know in a week.
Right. She's single.
Yeah.
She's running from the hills.
So the next segment is the absolute no-nos. What should you absolutely not do on a first date? So let's see what the people had to say, and we are going to come back and talk about it.
It's Ollie on the beat. Yep.
What should you absolutely not ever say on a date?
I love you.
Talk about exes, probably talk about your exes, and probably ask 2 probing questions.
You should never ask a girl if her hair is fake.
Just keep it light, keep it simple.
Definitely no is not talking about sex.
Want to go back to my house.
What should you just not do on a date?
Not do on a date. Talk about your exes.
And no groping on the first date.
Burp.
Kiss on the first date.
Look at other women.
Have sex with them.
So what do you definitely not wear on a date?
Really tight shorts or some crazy thing like that.
I'm not wearing wife beaters, and I'm not wearing saggy jeans.
For girls, nothing too exposing. I just think you should try to keep it in on the first date.
So the first question was, what should you absolutely not do on a first date? The burping thing, that was funny.
I mean, you shouldn't, but it's not like an absolutely.
So what is something that you would just absolutely not do or not want your date to do on the first date?
On the first date?
Yeah.
I would absolutely not pay. Number one. Yeah, let's just set that precedent.
Okay.
For women, absolutely do not say I love you. Do not mention marriage. Do not talk about your plans for the future.
A lot of people did say you just do not say I love you on a first date. You should not talk about your exes. Like, I just recently went on a date, and this guy just told me a whole laundry list of stuff that I was like, okay, there won't be a second date after this. Like, I don't want to hear about your ex. I don't want to hear how she cheated on you. I don't want to hear that you're ready to get married right now. Like, I don't want to hear how many more children that you have. And FYI, shop is closed here.
More?
So, yes! It felt like a job interview, and I'm just like, I don't want to work here. Like, I don't want to work here.
Please tear up my application.
Okay, so what should you absolutely not wear?
Body stockings are not acceptable. ladies.
Guys, what should they just not wear? Well, we heard pants hanging low, but
Oh, no.
I don't think that's appropriate ever.
For any date. No, no.
All right, so now that we know what you should and should not do, let's hear about people's favorite pickup lines. You know, just let's hear. What are your favorite things to do on a date? Let's check that out. We'll be right back.
It's Ali on the beat. Yep.
I want to know, what's your favorite pickup line? One that you've heard or one that you've used?
I'll always love you.
So back in the day, hey, I'm gonna take you to New York and put your name in light. I'm gonna treat you like milk and spoil you.
Favorite first date activity?
Sex.
Bowling.
We went horseback riding.
Skating.
Dinner. I like to eat.
Bowling.
That was our faves segment. And you know what? The first question with what's your favorite pickup line? One that you've used or one that you've heard?
Right.
And pickup lines are usually kind of cheesy, but they make us smile. Like,
Not all of them.
okay, give me, well, that guy, what was his, oh, let me take you to New York and put your name up in lights? That wouldn't have did it for me. That wouldn't have did it for
Yeah.
me. What's yours? What's a favorite one that you've heard or one that you've used?
I don't think I use pickup lines
No?
like that. No, I just have general conversation with people. I don't really use pickup lines.
Okay, one that you've heard.
One that I've heard, it's my favorite because it's my favorite response to it.
Oh.
Because I don't like people to ask me this.
Okay.
My sign? Who does that?
Well, deliver it. Give it to me.
Like,
You see me out.
no, you gotta ask me so I can give you my response.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. I don't know what the line is.
What's your sign?
Oh, what's your sign?
Slippery when wet. Right.
Oh.
Don't
Is
ask
that
me-
what you say?
Yeah, I don't like people asking me my sign.
So somebody say, what's your sign? You say slippery
when wet.
I can't.
Think about it.
I
mean, not you think about
yeah,
it. But
no.
give them something to think about, and I'll walk
Oh.
away. Don't ask me my sign.
So what is the follow-up to that?
They don't. So what are they gonna say? What would you say if somebody said that to you?
I don't know, because I don't give those. So I don't.
Right. It's like
don't
if
know.
people just be themselves, why you have to have a line?
Because I think it breaks the ice. Like, I have one. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you. So I'll say, okay, so the line is this, like, oh, how you doing? And then you say, fine.
Fine.
And I was like, I didn't ask how you look. I asked how you are. I thought that was so cute.
No.
Okay, so your favorite first date activity? We heard the typical stuff, movies, bowling.
Horseback riding was nice.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Michael said horseback riding.
That was a good one.
Michael.
I would like to go horseback riding on a date. I think
Yeah.
pool is good because you can still talk.
Right.
And you know, enjoy a game.
A lot of people go to the movies. I don't like
But
that
you
for
can't
a first.
talk.
Right. You can't don't talk in the movies.
Right.
So dinner is kind of overrated, but better than the movies. But I think women want something different, something exciting. Take me shooting at the shooting range.
Oh, that
so
is a
you
good one.
know if you cheat, you're going down, baby.
Okay, so what's the best way to end a date? Like, this is really a problematic for me because I think guys are expecting more than what I'm giving, and then that's the end of the day. Like, if we have a good time and I end with a hug, like, some guys are like, really? Like, I just spent all this money, but, you know, I don't have anything
You
else.
ordered the lobster dinner, sorry.
What, for lobster? What should he get for a lobster? Like, come on now. Best way.
Best way to end the date.
Mm-hmm.
Had a nice time. Tell me you had a nice time.
Of
if you
course.
actually had a nice time.
Of course.
Tell me you had a nice time. Maybe we could see each other again. And I just like to make it short and
Oh,
sweet.
that's so cookie cutter.
Hey,
A hug,
a little
maybe a kiss
traditional.
on the cheek. I don't know. All right, so the next segment, you guys, is Just Wondering. And these are some things we just were
Wanna know.
wondering about. So stay tuned, check it out, and we'll be right back to talk about it.
It's Ali on the beat. Yep.
What is your number one turn on?
Nice lips.
My wife walking in our
Okay.
in our lingerie.
This is really weird, but I have a thing for Adam's apples.
The way he dressed and how he keep himself up.
Good looking, maybe light skinned.
What's your number one turn off?
Attitude.
Smell.
Pants hanging down.
Bad breath.
What do you need in a relationship?
Friendship, companionship, somebody to talk to, laugh.
Need sex.
Just see someone who can talk to and understand more than anything.
I just need to be happy. That's it.
What do you want in a relationship?
Yeah, you want somebody that you could bounce stuff off. You want somebody that's compatible but also will challenge you, right?
I want to be happy, someone who is committed.
The honesty.
What I want sex.
So we were just wondering, and we got a lot of different responses to the just wondering questions. So the first question, what is your number one turn on? And I thought that was interesting because, you know, I think that might help you relate to people better if you know the kind of things that turns them on and off. So, number one turn on.
Intelligence.
Ooh,
I like smart, geeky guys.
Yes. There was a girl who said Adam's apple. That was new for me. She's really turned on by Adam's apple.
Trying to make sure they have one.
No, and then we heard the way they smell. I think that is, attractive. Like, ooh, he smells nice. Yeah.
But that's something you should do. You should smell nice.
Well, no, some people aren't into colognes and stuff like that. No, not stink, but I can't.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that extra effort. So what's your number one turn off?
Dumb guys. Okay. It's like, I have this thing. If I'm talking to you for 30 seconds, 30 seconds, not a lot of time, and I'm thinking about something else, it's not.
For me, it's being able to communicate. Like, I like to watch guys as they're interacting with other people. So, like, the way you communicate, the way people, communicate back with you, I think that's a turn on for me. A turn off would be probably someone who's not well kept, like dirty nails, smelly breath, teeth that are not quite right. I don't know.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Okay.
I like those.
Yeah, we heard a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So when I asked her, what do you want in a relationship and what do you need? For a lot of people, that was interchangeable, and I didn't think that it would be. I think your wants and your needs would be different, right?
They should be.
Okay, so what do you need in a relationship?
I need somebody to have my back.
Oh, absolutely.
Companionship.
See, we heard a lot of that.
Because you can be in a relationship and not really have companionship. You can still be lonely.
Right. Okay, so what do you want in a relationship?
I want love, like unconditional type. I don't really.
Would you not need that though?
I need it, but how many people have had relationships and you don't have unconditional love? That would be called settling, by the way. I've done it before. I'm not sure if you have. Don't do that.
I guess that kind of wraps up our just wondering.
Hey, what about you? We
what
just
do I
wondering.
need? What I need in a relationship? I need honesty.
Oh yeah, I need that too.
I need. Whew,
not honest about everything.
Yeah.
No.
Well, if I ask you, I need you to tell the truth. Like, what don't you want to know?
I want to know. I think I want to know everything.
But
I don't want to know every little nook and cranny because I'm probably not going to tell you every little nook and cranny about me.
See, I'm an open book. You ask, I'm going to tell it.
No, my book is closed. Yeah. And you have privilege to a few chapters.
Maybe that's why she's still single. How about that? I'm talking about me.
Oh.
I'm talking about me. Okay, so what do I want in a relationship? I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it for myself, maybe those things are interchangeable because, the things that I need are also the things that I want. But something that I want, I'm thinking something that I could do without in a relationship.
Like what?
I want him to be physically fit,
Yes.
but that's not a must, healthy is a must, but, you don't have to be all,
that's
buffed.
kind of one and the same.
No, because if I'm saying I like a nice physique, like buff, you don't have to be that. Like that, I'm not exclusive to that. I just like it.
But if they're healthy, they will be somewhat that.
No,
they might have a little pot belly, but they're not gonna have a big. That's not healthy. Okay.
All right. So the next segment is random, just random thoughts, random questions. Check it out. We'll be right back. Should women pursue men?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, I guess so, because, some guys are too scared to say something, so you don't say anything, it's never going to happen.
No.
You should. Okay. You should, but I think you got to be a little bit cautious about it.
If a woman pursues a man, it's kind of like she's trying to come on Too easy.
What's your favorite way to end a date?
A nice hug or walk on the beach.
Watching a movie.
It's getting tired. I gotta go home.
Sex.
Yeah, okay, I was expecting that. What are the signs that he or she is into you?
That's a good question because I don't even know sometimes.
She's telling him he's cute, you know.
Compliments.
Flirting, give you that look.
The touching, the eye contact, the flirting, you know, little things like that.
So what behavior is too forward on a first date?
I think holding hands is too much. Like, I don't want to hold nobody's hands on a first date. I really don't.
Acting all crazy, getting drunk.
Asking a woman to pay the check first.
You touching her, if she don't let you touch her, then yeah.
So, is it okay to date a friend's ex?
No, absolutely not.
Why get somebody else's trouble?
No.
Depends on how it ended.
Is it okay to befriend your mate's friend?
It's good to get along with them, but to like have your own friendship and like go out and do things, that's kind of suspicious a little bit.
No, probably not. Not a good idea.
So what were the random responses to our street interviews? All right, let's start with the first question. The first question was, should women pursue men? What do you think?
No.
Some guys are open to it, but the guys who are not think that you look desperate, that it's a little bit too forward.
That's how women get themselves in trouble. If a guy's really interested, he'll ask you out. If not,
Yeah, but what if he doesn't? What if he's not interested because he doesn't know that you're interested? Because some guys might feel like you might be out of their league, so they're not gonna try.
I mean, wink or something.
What behavior is too forward on a first date? We heard like nobody wants to hold hands on a first date, kissing on a first date, sex on a first date. But what behavior for you is too forward?
Like, don't, just keep it light, keep it general. Some guys just want to talk about sex and like,
Okay.
you know, it's the conversation. The conversation needs to match that it's a first date.
Well, all right, so signs that he or she is into you. You threw out a wink earlier. But if you're at work or, you know, you might be at church, you might be at the mall where people think it's okay to meet guys and girls, how do you let these people know that you're interested?
I think a guy who's interested will definitely let you know, and that's why I said the thing about dating. Like, he'll give you his number, he'll talk.
All right, so is it ever okay to date a friend's ex?
No.
All right, so is it ever okay to befriend your guy's friend? Like, that's your buddy, you're calling him, that kind of thing?
I don't do that.
Okay, how about this? Your friend's boyfriend being cool with you?
No.
I don't know, all of this is so up and down, and there's no right or wrong answer, nothing definite. This is just our opinions, just our thoughts, and you know, at the end of the day, all of these things factor into whether or not you would date him or hate him. I don't like to, you know, hate anybody. I don't think there's anybody that I hate, but there are definitely guys that I would never, ever date again.
Right.
Okay? So, thanks for tuning in, you guys. We had such a good time with you. And tune in next time for What Would She Do? Thanks, Camille.
Thanks, for having us.
All right.